Okay, so it just looks like we're at that point where everything's just super predictable now. And with that said, so we have a little look at Black Snape. Okay, so last year it was announced that Snape was going to be black now in the new HBO series. They haven't done this with any other characters, it's just Snape. The one character that really doesn't make sense to race swap. There's a lot of people online at the moment defending it like normal. Well, I say a lot of people. It's a very small group of people trying to defend it, trying to call everyone racist if you speak out about it, which just isn't the case. When we're talking about Snape, if we go down the route of in the early years, you had the kids always worry about Snape. There was always something off about Snape and they didn't trust him and they didn't really have any evidence except from just how he looked. Now we've got that as a black man. So I'm not going to be surprised if they go down the route of basically saying that Harry's racist. Same within Half-Blood Prince when you get the scene with James hanging Snape up from the tree because he used to bully him. The thing is, I would say, are the people in charge of this not using their brain cells? But they know what they're doing here. There's no way they don't know what they're doing. And we are at the stage where this is predictable and fucking boring. People in Hollywood need to grow up and get over this shit already. So after the trailer dropped last week, we had some more images of the cast drop, and we had this one for Snape. Do I really need to say much here? Does this really feel like Snape to you? 1, dreadlocks. 2, black. 3, look at what he's wearing. Just no? Let's look at the other cast as well, shall we? These side by side show you character by character. Harry. Ron. I'm still a bit iffy about Ron. I know a lot of people like Ron. Hermione. Meh. Malfoy. He looks super gay now. Like, why has he got like a curd in the front of his hair? Yep. The thing is, when we're talking about it, I don't want to be talking so much about the actor's side of it because at the end of the day, these are fucking kids. And it's not about the act. Every time people are whinging about this kind of stuff, it's not about the actors. It's about because they're hiring the wrong person for the wrong role. Because that's all we want at the end of the day. We just want the right person for the right role. If someone looks like an idiot because they don't fit the role, that's where people have problems. With the kids, they're all... they're fine, I suppose. Dumbledore looks better in the new image. We got a Dumbledore from the trailer, because in the trailer he looks just weird. He looked like some weird... He looked like some weird guy wearing a Jewish hat. Hagrid, I'm still not... I still don't like Hagrid. I still don't like Nick Frost as Hagrid. It's just... It's off. And I'm coming around to the look of Hagrid a bit more with Nick Frost, but it's still the voice. The voice is like... It's weird. It's not right. But yeah. Then we just go to... Yeah, fine. Too much makeup. Then we go to Snape. This is the only character they're race swapping out of the main cast. Snape is a very meaningful character throughout the whole stories of Harry Potter. And it's a weird arc because he comes across as a villain, but in the end, he's like the one that's been looking out for Harry this whole time. They just had to. They couldn't fucking help themselves, could they? But... you know it's not Hollywood until they try covering their tracks before it even started. So before we even had the trailer, we had this. I'm blind. Okay, this isn't let me put the dark mode on, so getting flashbang for a second. Harry Potter series star Papa... I can't say his name. I'm retarded with normal English, let alone people's names that aren't simple. Says he's received death threats for the Snape casting. I'm going to go back to this because it's getting flashbanged. Even better, I'll go to this because that's who we're talking about. So he's getting death threats online. Who the fuck isn't? This is online. It's a fucking nasty place. And as soon as you get anything behind you, so people know, class you as a celebrity, or you are a celebrity, or you just speak out online or anything like that, you're gonna start getting messages about go kill yourself and in Minecraft and all this crap. People online are fucking nasty. If you can't deal with it, get the fuck off. If you can't laugh at it, get the fuck off. It's gonna happen. I guarantee you the kids are probably getting it as well. And that should not be a fucking thing. Guarantee you every member of cast is probably getting it in some sense. But because we're talking about a race swap character, this is what we focus on. Every time we get a new series and they're forcing something, they're focusing on the race side of things and the gender side of things. Just, it's predictable. It's fucking boring. People shouldn't be sending death threats. Do not condone that whatsoever. But because they come out and say this, they're trying to push that narrative that now everyone who says anything bad about this character and the casting is one of these people who are racist and doing death threats and all this kind of stuff. So then it causes people to be attacking people online just because they say they don't like it or they don't agree with it. But it's got nothing to... The reason why people don't like Snape being race swapped here, it's not down to racism or anything like that. It's down to HBO already came out when they announced they were doing this, they were going to be accurate to the book. This is the most least accurate thing going. You can't say that, then add this shit. What if they're adding this? What else are they fucking adding or changing? We won't know until it's out. Thing is with Harry Potter, I'm hoping it's good. I want it to be good. I see a lot of people saying they're not going to watch it just because of Black Snape. And that's it. It's a little bit pathetic going like down that route. But at the same time, everyone has a line and people won't support shit like this. And I do agree with that. I'm just a bit of I'll watch things and give it a chance. And at the end of the day, it might be shit because in my head, the movies were the way to go with Harry Potter. But also the problem with redoing Harry Potter, the Harry Potter movies aren't old. They don't need remaking. It's not like these movies were made like in the fucking 60s or something and they need remaking. But even then they wouldn't need remaking. Like if you go and watch the trailer and compare the atmosphere of like even the castle and everything, just of every shot, and I'm not even talking about the characters here. Just look at the atmosphere of everything. It feels too modern. It has like that modern filter to everything, where everything's just, it's clean and over contrasted, so it makes it all muddy. Where if you look at the old movies, I need to stop saying old movies, they're not even that fucking old. When you look at the movies, they're a lot brighter. Until the second half of the movies, basically, where it does start getting a bit darker. But the whole world has this magical feel to it because it's bright and you had the special effects, but it felt right and it felt good and it was cool. It's why a lot of people turned into like Potterheads. It's why a lot of people like going to Hogsmeade and Disney and stuff like that, because the world has that feel to it. At the moment, this series doesn't feel like it has that feel to it. And we know they're going to start changing some of the things like the theme parks and stuff to fit this series because it's a new thing. And it's going to piss people off. But going back to Black Snape, they know what they're doing here. Anyone that's attacking anyone for saying that they don't like it, grow the fuck up. This guy, Papa, I can't say his last name, and I don't give a shit at the same time. If you're getting death threats, I'm hoping you're reporting it. You shouldn't be getting death threats, and it goes for all the fucking cast. I hope it gets dealt with. But don't act like it's because it's a racial thing. You would get this if you were white as well. Could we imagine if this was the other way around, where Snape was originally a black character, then they cast a white person to play the role? Could you imagine the backlash that person would get? It'd be a lot worse. I'm telling you that. We're just saying we don't like it. You crazies probably would try kill someone in Minecraft. Anyway, I can't help myself but leave you with this.
I'm Black Snape. Yeah, I'm Black Snape. Yeah, black cloak, black skin. Walk the hall, they whispering. Cauldron bubble, I'm different. Dark eyes don't flinch, just glimmering. House points, man, miss me. Came from pain, they history. Same blood, they fear, they diss me. But they copy my brew, still sip me. Side eye from the portraits. Cold stone, but my soul scorched. They ain't teach where I'm from. Had to learn from the alleys and the torch. Half prince in the world they hate. Half rage in the narrow gate. Half hood in the castle gate. Hold me, never run from Black Snape. Walking through the dark. One day my hand in a X in my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. Yeah. I've been cursed from the start. I'm Black Snape. They talk war in the streets. I see more than they seats in the tower. Drive by, man, I glide by stealth. Broomstick, bring stone, cold shower. I ain't glorified shots, that's great. That's moms in black, that's waves. Of boys that ain't make old age. So I ain't my rage at the cage. Walking through the dark. One day my hand in a X in my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. Yeah. I've been cursed from the start. I'm Black.
So did that just ruin everything I said? Ah, well. May have stole that from Nerdrotic, edited by Perry Jen, and I couldn't help myself but share that because it's amazing. But yeah, so what are your thoughts about Black Snape? It's funny that we have to say Black Snape to this, because it just adds to how ridiculous this is, and how predictable this is, and how Hollywood just needs to fuck off and get in the bin now. I say now, they've needed to over a little while. They're just predictable and idiots and retarded. But yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Drop me a cheeky little like. You know you want to. And until next time, bye-bye.